Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Leo July 1, 2022. Neptune has just turned retrograde, and this change of direction reminds you to slow down and get your bearings. This retrograde lasts until December 3rd, and it's handy for gaining a perspective on your attachments. You may be exploring dreams, motivations, and spiritual needs as you look at these things from a slightly more detached position. This shift can have a somewhat confusing effect on your understanding of a relationship, support, or financial matters this week. If there is a letdown or lull experienced now, know that it's temporary and can help redirect you along a more appropriate or empowering path. Today, you can draw on patience and find much satisfaction in building something up. Your ability to pace yourself and your feeling for the long term are the major keys to success right now. Whether you're single or already romantically attached, chances are you have a goal. This is especially true when considering the moon's journey through your introspective 12th house of closure, dreams, and all things behind the scenes. Crushing on someone, while choosing to keep your love locked down. The moon will harmonize with rebellious Uranus today. So, if you decide to take the lead, the results may or may not catch you off guard. Keep in mind that the moon will be in direct opposition to Pluto, bringing focus to the shadow side of your efforts and the connection itself. Where could your career lead to? New, exciting avenues are possible as the moon in Cancer sextiles Uranus in Taurus. Your mental perception of the path you could nurture may change unexpectedly and rapidly. But it could put you into an even more comfortable position when you lean into the surprising flow. As your mind and outlook change, you may begin to see it reflect in your career path. The intuitive adjustments or realignments could be incredibly valuable once you get past the mental hump of leaving your comfort zone. Today, if you experience a blocked emotional flow, use your creative skills and talents to get things moving again. Such blocks can happen when you've had a lot of emotional situations to deal with, and not a lot of time to sort them out. You can get to the point where you're feeling so many things at one time that you feel numb. Try doing something creative or artistic to help yourself if you are having a tough time. Your advice is in great demand. Because of your high energy levels, you are happy to comply, but take care not to give too much of yourself. You might suffer a burnout and lose interest in others. It's fine to ask others to return the favor. Ultimately, relationships work best when give and take are done in equal measure. You might be feeling a little tight in the wallet and less than eager to spend money you don't have on dates. Nobody will think less of you, and they might even follow your example. As soon as you arrive on the scene, you find that rivals seem to fade from view. Maintaining a natural approach helps you get the attention from any potential admirers. Make the most of your desirability and appeal, but be sure you don't overdo the swagger. Any exaggerated conduct can quickly become a turn-off. Don't let yourself be lazy today, because it's the perfect day for a quest. Maybe you are looking for something to help you with home renovations. You could go to different stores in search of the right item. Your luck should be with you, and you'll probably find something for a great price. Your energy has been focused on improving your life lately, and getting your home in order could be an important part of this. Take care that you don't get carried away with talking or gossiping on this day. Given your love of social interaction and the freewheeling way of the vibration, you can get caught up in this much more readily than usual. A better use of this essence is exploring some creative activity that you enjoy or have an interest in trying. If you do find yourself in a situation with others where gossip becomes a factor, do what you can to avoid saying something you could regret. The moon's return to Leo today brings you to an important point in any month. With no planetary activity in your sign since your birthday month ended last August, these monthly visits are key to checking in with both your inner voice and your personal truth. Yet while this is an ordinary monthly visit, as the last before the first planet is due to reach Leo in just a few weeks' time, it won't take long before your sixth sense starts picking up on a sense of anticipation. The moon's return to Leo today is a chance to become more emotionally engaged while also ensuring your instincts are sharper. With Venus, the planet of love still working with the laws of attraction and synchronicity to put you in the right place at the right time. This will make it easier to pick up on what your sixth sense is telling you. Our eyes in the sky. It can enable spiritual or emotional bypassing, yet it can also help us to gain perspective regarding situations that are typically too charged for us to assess objectively. This is one of those times where compartmentalization can be a helpful technique, as it frees us from self-imposed obligations to canonize our past. Instead of assuming that we are bound to replay the same traumas over and over again, we recognize that we have the authority to change how we tell our stories. This will be a somewhat unconscious process today, organically occurring as we go about interacting with friends, coworkers, and acquaintances. We simply tell our story differently, and this action creates change. Using new words prompts different recollections, and the way we share with others creates a holistic ripple effect. Meanwhile, Saturn in Aquarius loves innovation but might be slow to put changes into effect, knowing that true progress is never achieved overnight. Yet, when these two influences come together in a sextile, they harmoniously play off each other. Mars encourages Saturn's propensity for experimentation. Saturn checks Mars' instinct to run into the fray without proper protection. This is a great aspect to use for initiatives where we must put our heads down and focus. Although we will not likely reach our projected target today, this Mars-Saturn permeates us with the confidence that we will achieve our aims if we work diligently towards their realization. This makes us want to get lost in the waves of love and emotion. Be careful about trusting people who don't deserve it. This can excite sexual prowess and heighten sex drive. It also shortens tempers, so try to avoid meltdowns and drama if you can. A good way to deal with this energy is to meditate or count to 10 before confronting anyone. This can help alleviate the situation and melt away stress. By the end of the day, you could feel worn out and tired. Give yourself a rest, some love, and a glass of wine. The moon in Cancer, ending its void of course which began last night. This is the sign of its exaltation, suggesting an easy flow of instinctual, nurturing energy. Over the next 2 days, we are encouraged to connect with our senses and practice mindfulness. Seek radical presence and keep things simple. The past is gone. The future is yet to be. Acknowledge the tether between your emotions and your environment, and ground into the moment. In the late afternoon, the Cancer Sun forms a quincunx to Saturn in Aquarius, which might dampen our spirits. We may sense a looming crisis, or fixate on a nagging feeling that there are responsibilities we must attend to. The timing is inconvenient, as this is one of those occasions where there is never an optimal time for it to land in our laps. We want to be a leader and demonstrate that anything can be handled with compassion and integrity. Yet addressing this issue requires us to put our feelings aside and just get it done, which seems counterintuitive and causes us to feel stretched thin. We worry we might be viewed as uncaring if we handle the matter efficiently, or that we will be seen as too soft if we act from a heart-centered place.